Like that? Tell the people that Cody Water is back. Like that?
You are tuned into the W Show on Sideline Sports Talk Network and 100.1 FM, Kansas City. Live from Radio Row in San Francisco, California. Brought to you by Gates Barbecue, the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, Dillard Zona Rosa, the Soul of Santa, Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services, and Wood Nissan.
All right, back here live on Radio Row. You guys have been sticking with us all day. We have a lot of guests lined up for you guys today. We're here with another great guest, Khalid Cannon. Khalid, what's up, man? How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for having me, guys.
He gave us some trading cards, man.
And he's the founder of Put Me In. Talk about your program, man.
Yeah, so Put Me In's a nonprofit. We started here in San Francisco, but we're now supporting kids in 15 states across the country.
Wow.
And what we do is we help kids with parents in prison play sports. So we pay for their registration fees, their equipment, and their travel, so they have an opportunity to stay involved and stay active just like any other kid.
Wow.
Can you talk about how, especially these parents being incarcerated, that is a huge issue, in our country. What led you to even push for that initiative?
Absolutely. It started with lived experience. So myself personally, I grew up on a chicken farm in Alabama, and 100,000 chickens, me, my mom, my sister. And my dad was incarcerated when I was about 5 years old. And so we didn't really have much, but we had a great community of folks that supported us and made sure that I had a ride back and forth to football practice and had a hot meal waiting on me when I got home. And that community, that gave me the opportunity to succeed on the football field and in the classroom. And ultimately I had the opportunity to go on and play football at Yale. And so you can see where sports take you. So I was a 3-year starter on the offensive line at Yale. And I can see all of the impact, all the lessons I learned in my career came back from youth sports.
This chicken farm, is it still going? Is this something you're still invested in?
My grandparents just sold that and retired a couple years ago. So
okay.
No more chickens.
So you were you the one waking up every day, like doing the chicken feed? And
not every day. Luckily, I had an arrangement set up. If I had all A's, I didn't have to work every day, just like special occasions.
So you had all A's?
I.e. why you went to Yale. It was good. Yeah, why you went to Yale. It was like, I'm not raising, getting the chickens. I'm going to Yale.
Yeah.
Nice.
And of course, you guys work with the kids. How do you find these young people?
Absolutely. So we work with small nonprofits across the country that specialize in the mentorship. And so we'll go to them and say, hey, we've got X amount of spots for you this year. And that's how we started. One of the things that we shifted and we piloted a few years ago in Kansas, actually, was going directly into prisons. So we went into Hutchinson Correctional Facility right outside of Wichita. Yep. And I went in and spoke to about 50 incarcerated men and talked about my own personal experience of growing up with an incarcerated father and how sports changed my life. And then some of the amazing kids who you see on your trading cards in front of you and the path that they're on. And we walked out with a huge waiting list of families that want to join our program.
Yeah. Do you guys go to any foster homes? Because in situations where parents go to prison, sometimes the kids are put in a foster situation.
So that's one of the things we're exploring right now. And there's a ton of opportunity there. But the way our program actually works is we've got a very small team. It's me and one other woman who run everything. We've got 150 kids across the country. And so we've got a mobile app that we developed. And the caregiver for the child will log on to that and she will upload receipts, or they'll make direct requests so we can purchase anything from Amazon or Dick's Sporting Goods directly and ship it to them. And so one of the key requirements is having someone in their life that can manage that for them. And we've trialed it with some of the foster system, and it just can be difficult because families are moving around so much. So right now we're kind of in a research process of figuring out how can we make that work for every single kid who deserves this opportunity.
Is there an age group range?
So we start as young as 5th grade. And we stay with them until they graduate high school.
Okay.
Wow.
We kind of think of ourselves as an investment firm in athletes. Yeah. And you think about, instead of compound interest, this is compound impact.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Like kids grow year over year, where it's not just $1,000 one time, it's $1,000 up to 12 times. And that's a great opportunity for these kids to grow into leaders.
Which states are you guys operating in?
So right now we're focusing on the communities of San Francisco, Boston, Austin, Minneapolis, and Chicago. But we're also in Kansas, Nevada, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, as well as Oregon and Washington.
Wow. It's all over the country.
Yeah. So we got a pretty wide spread.
With 2 people running, that's a tough task.
We try to be efficient.
Yeah. And is it do you guys specialize in any sports, or is it all sports?
So our big thing is kids' choice. We believe there's way too many young athletes that are trying to specialize, and they're playing travel sports at 6. It's just not good for you. So we encourage kids to try different things. So one of the trends that we often see is that our younger kids are using the funding as very exploratory. So they're trying a different sport every season, figuring out their niche. And what they don't realize is that's what the power of the program is. It's
Of course.
because they're getting exposed to new mentors and new role models in these new communities
Mhm.
where they might have lost one parent or they might have lost two parents, but now they've got this huge community that cares about them.
Yeah.
And then as they grow in age, they use the funding more as accelerators. They're going deeper into their sport. So we had a lot of kids this past summer use their funding for football camps or softball camps, try to get recruited to go to college.
Any success stories that you can share with us?
Yeah, so one of my favorite stories, and I tell this one all the time, is about a kid named Rodney, and he's here in the Bay Area. When he started off in our program, he was playing in about a $35 a year rec soccer league, scoring about 10 goals a game, which is just absurd.
Wow.
Yeah, man, this kid's great. But with our funding, he was able to afford a really expensive travel league, and it was kind of in one of the wealthier neighborhoods in San Francisco. And every kid on his team, their parents were tech founders or consultants or bankers, and they went around to these really nice tournaments all over the state. And he was still beating everybody, scoring 2 or 3 goals, which he had a drop in his average, but still killing it. And it would have been really easy for him at the end of that season to look at his mom and go, like, Mom, I'm going to be in MLS, or I'm going to be the captain of Team USA. But instead, Mom, I'm just as smart as all these other kids, and they're going to private schools. Why can't I?
Right.
And that's what the power of sports and community and connections are, where it exposes you all these other opportunities. And so with that, Rodney was able to find an opportunity to enroll in a really elite middle school. And in his scholarship applications there, he talked about put me in sports and how that showed him what is possible. He's now a sophomore at one of the best private high schools in San Francisco.
Wow.
Still on the soccer team. Last year, he was one of the only freshmen on the varsity team. And he's involved in so much more. Rodney's so well-rounded. We've paid for his Rubik's Cube competitions. We paid for him to go play soccer in Croatia last summer. And it's just all this exposure that you can have. And it's amazing to see.
No, definitely. We'll have to get him to like a World Cup game or something this year.
Have to get him to KC.
I would love that.
that'd be great.
Definitely.
How can people get in contact with you?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, when we go to prisons, we kind of start building these waiting lists. We've got about 50 kids on our waiting list right now.
Okay.
And so a great way to help us is get kids off of our waiting list is go to our website, follow along to our newsletter, and subscribe down below, and then keep up with our journey. We've got some amazing updates. We just released some amazing data in our program where all of the parents of our kids are talking about the impacts that sports are having in their lives, and we're super proud of that.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you giving us some time.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank
All
you.
right, that's Khalid Cannon. Remember, go follow this guy and help support. Get some kids playing sports. We'll be right back. This is the W Show.
Express W Radio Show by the host are so it's responsibility of the officials to express them. They represent the opinions of the W Show. 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Equal Foundation for Kids.